And let's
Yeah.
go ahead. Tell us a little about how Fugitive Watch began, and tell us what's going on here.
Well, it's pretty simple. Steve and I, back in 1992, were looking for some bad guys, and we approached some news stations trying to ask for help. Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
check out those suspenders, man.
Oh
Look at
yeah.
those.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
look
can
at
see
that,
those.
huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, Narcisco Hernandez. That was our first. That's our white whale right there. One of the only people we never caught. But so anyway, so Steve and I went to some TV stations. We were just looking to air some fugitives. That's,
And the mustaches too, bro. Look at those.
yeah,
Are
I
caught
know.
must open your eyes when you shoot, Scott.
Yeah, I know.
This is a good one. You guys caught him down in Mexico. But
Yeah.
go ahead, keep going. I'm sorry.
So anyway, we kept getting pushed off. We just wanted some airtime to catch some fugitives. We just wanted to catch bad guys. And so then we ended up at this place called the Classified Channel. Met this guy. He made us write up a business proposal and all this stuff. And we're like, going, okay. So we went and checked out a book, because back then we didn't have Google at the touch of our fingers. So we wrote up a business proposal for a 24-hour crime channel. They laughed us out. Yeah,
right now, this is the newspaper. I'm just going to stop you there for a second. This is the newspaper you're seeing here. So you guys ended up putting some videos on Comcast cable, right? Or whether the cable company was back then.
Yeah, Comcast. Back then it was Comcast. Yeah. So we went from a 24-hour news channel. The guy gave us 5 minutes. And so we bought 5 minutes of airtime, and we aired a bunch of fugitives, and we caught all but one. I think we aired 5 fugitives. We caught 4 of them off that first show.
Right.
And which was pretty amazing. We were pretty happy. And then they said, hey, can you guys do that again? We said, sure. So it just grew from there. And then after a couple of years, it went from a 5-minute show, 10-minute, 15 to a half-hour full production.
You could see Steve, and this is you there. You guys are getting into it. You guys are becoming professionals here, but you're still working.
Yeah.
You're still working at San Jose PD at this time, though, right?
I was still a San Jose police officer then.
Tell us about the newspaper. How was that working?
So the newspaper, we rolled that out probably about 95, 96. And we locally distributed it. It was very, very, very popular. And the only thing that knocked it out of the saddle was the pandemic. The newspaper everybody wanted it. It was great paper. We loved doing it. When the pandemic came, we lost 98% of our revenue, because it was all based on advertising and sponsors. And we all know what happened there. So the newspaper didn't come back. But Mark, you're the one that created.
So
you're the one. Yeah.
Well, here we are, right? So I joined you guys around 2009. We joined forces, and at the time, I am working as a investigator of the Highway Patrol. So I couldn't tell people I was an active. I know. Look at that amazing hair, right? All of us. I was an active officer, investigator in the Highway Patrol, and I could not tell people that I was hosting a podcast and talking about.
Well, actually, we were doing a TV show, Mark.
What's that?
It wasn't even a podcast. We were doing a TV show in podcast format.
Right. And it was airing on Comcast cable back then. And also we put it to YouTube. And I was going to tell people, if you go to our YouTube here, let me find it. Go to the Fugitive Watch YouTube. You can find all those old stories on the Fugitive Watch YouTube channel, all those old podcasts, at least a lot of them. If you go to the videos, you go back, especially you get around 2015 and back, you'll start seeing a lot of our old shows.
Well, let's not forget too, back, we started the TV show in 92. We started the newspaper somewhere around 95, 96. And then along came the internet. And everybody thought we were crazy, because we sat down, we created a website for Fugitive Watch, and they tried to shut us down. They told us we couldn't do it. The Attorney General from Sacramento, they launched an investigation against us and everything. Say, you guys can't do that. You can't put bad guys on the internet. What are you guys doing? I said, well, we're putting it on TV. And in the end, they ended up giving us a plaque. And that's why we own fugitive.com, and we own fugitivewatch.com. But yeah, we always say we were at the beginning of the internet.
You were there. Yeah. So you're looking at my website, which I built back then after one of my first task force jobs, Stolen 911. And I was using this, I still do. At one time, I had like about 12,000 cases on there of stolen property, everything from guitars, the cars, the iPods back in the day.
Well, that's what you started off with, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Stolen iPods,
Yes, it
and
did.
then
It was, yeah.
it
And then
grew
it
into,
just, I think
yeah.
at one time I had 7,000 iPods listed on the website when
I
those were a thing.
remember that.
But I still use this website today. You know, if you need a private investigator, and that's what I'm doing now since I retired, you can go to the website Stolen 911, and we're going to talk about this one case in San Jose today. But I can help you, you know, with any sort of
Yeah, somebody
issues, anything
steals a
theft. You
pretty
need a
car.
private investigator, look at it or get the word out. You want to talk about your case, you know, got some pictures of me there when I was a highway patrol officer and investigator, and some of the stuff I've been doing since then. And I appreciate it. We've had a great friendship, you, Steve, and I, and everyone in the Fugitive Watch area, and you guys have been awesome. So I'm kind of doing a little bit much here. I'm kind of doing the videos at the same time. Okay, so yeah, so and then
So
COVID comes along and really kind of
COVID
screws
knocked us
everything up.
out of the sandbox, and got busy with life, and so I decided, well, we'll keep the social media stuff going, and we've kept that alive. And then you've been trying to get me to start to do these for a while,
Right.
but I've been so busy, and I just said, okay, let's do it. Let's get it done. I mean, it's all about, we want to get the information out to the public. We think that citizens have a right to know a lot of this stuff. I think that a lot of the mainstream media, they do cover it now. Now with social media, they cover a lot of it, but it doesn't always get the attention
Well,
that.
let's talk about that for a second. So fugitive.com, the main website, this is the latest version of it. I was watching some TV documentary on Netflix about Bigfoot or something like that, and they're talking about some wanted guy. And the
Yeah.
guy in the Netflix, this is a few years ago, he's reading an article about this wanted fugitive, and it's on the Fugitive Watch on this Netflix documentary.
Yeah, it
And
was
I
on
remember
TV.
calling you guys. I remember calling you guys, going, "Hey, this documentary used your website," but it's been around
Well, we were
forever.
featured. Mark, do you remember? We were featured on. We were on World News Tonight, every major newspaper. We used to do press releases all the time. I mean, we caught thousands of fugitives. I mean, it worked. That citizens wanted to be involved. They wanted to know. They wanted to.
It's
They wanted to give us the tips. They wanted us to tell us who these bad people are, which we'll probably go into a little bit later. We talk about that Prop 36 thing. People get fed up with crime after a while,
right, right.
and they want to be involved. And it's nice to see how many people now get, in social media, get involved. I mean, like one of our sayings on our show is, "You can run, but you can't hide." And boy, is that the truth nowadays, huh? I mean,
Yeah.
there are cameras everywhere. There's social media.
And here's the thing, you know, in my business too, Stolen 911, Facebook came around on 2009, I think 2012, things started moving over there. You can, you know, now there's pages everywhere for stolen cars and stolen this and fugitives and crime posts and
It's hard
network,
to wade through it all.
yeah, neighborhood watches and stuff like that. And that's
Yeah.
fine. That's fine. We work with all of them. Our goal is uh, law enforcement, police officers retired. Scott's the San Jose PD. I was the highway patrol. Chippy, as people would say. You know, our goal in law enforcement and the reason why we got in is to, you know, help people fight crime and try to get people's stuff back, things like that. So that's our goal. And if we can do that by partnering with other pages, people's blogs, newspapers, TV stations, whatever, police departments, that doesn't matter. We just want the stuff to get solved. If we can help, reach out to us. We'll help share your story,
Good.
and you can reshare it or reshare yours. Get it to us, and we can help out. And we can have a place here on Mondays at 7 o'clock where we can discuss all this stuff.